Hi, I'm Teri Robinson, Executive Editor at SC Media, and today I have with me here at the RSA show, Franklyn Jones. He's the CMO at Cequence Security. Hey, how you doing?
Doing well, Teri. How about you?
Good. We have a growing problem with malicious bots, and it's a kind of a favorite subject of mine, but I'd like for you to tell us, why is that a problem?
Yeah, so we see the headlines almost every day about major data breaches, and then 2, 3, 4 days later you wonder whatever happened to those records. Millions of them get stolen, and what happens is they find their way under the dark web, and then they're acquired by bad actors who use them to orchestrate malicious bot attacks using stolen credentials to see if they'll work on other websites, for example. And they know that 10% of the time they will, because typically people don't change their username and password for different websites. They tend to reuse the same ones over and over again. So once they're in, we call it account takeover. They can commit financial fraud, they can take away gift cards, they can do fake likes, they can do whatever they want to do. And it really wreaks havoc in a lot of these organizations. And what we found out is that today, malicious bot traffic accounts for, believe it or not, about 30% of all traffic on the internet.
Is that right? That's a lot.
It's huge, yeah. So it's the problem here is it's relatively undetectable because the content they're using is literally a username and password. There's nothing malicious about that.
Right, so it looks
perfectly normal.
Yeah.
So traditional security tools are looking for malicious content, not for a username and password. So very often, this information passes through undetected, and the bad actor then has access to the accounts.
So what's the answer here? What needs to be done?
Well, it requires really a different kind of technology to understand not the content so much, but the underlying behavior and intent of the request for application access. And that gets into artificial intelligence a little bit, because you really have to do deeper dive analysis of the transaction itself, looking for specific variables, and essentially creating a fingerprint, if you will, of that traffic, and once you identify it as a known bot attack, and then you can take action on it.
Okay. Before I let you go, tell me a little bit about what kind of organization is sort of prime, ripe for attack.
We call them the hyper-connected enterprise, and these are the growing number of organizations that rely on web, mobile, API application services to connect customers, partners, suppliers, and really conduct business across this extended digital ecosystem. And that's pretty much everybody these days. So if you fit that profile, you're going to be a target for this kind of attack.
Scary stuff. Well, thank you so much again, Franklyn, for joining us today. And I'm Teri Robinson with SC Media, and we're signing off.